As I mentioned before, look at all the pots, pots. Look at them. Different sizes, different colors. I'm not even gonna guess how many. And I give them away quite regularly. I really do. But that's part of what I was telling you. Now, my neighbors, those flower pots come from my neighbors, okay? Whenever they plant in their yard or something, they bring it to me. Here's some more they bring me. This and this. And here's why they bring it. You see this? Begonias, and I'm not sure what all's down in there. But what I'll do, well, that's part of an oak tree there. What I'll do is I'll come in here, I'll find something like this with little roots. I'll come over here, and what I'll do is I'll cut it off. I might even cut it back to here, depends. Then I'll plant it right there. All right, see? I'll fill this box up with them, fill this pot up with them, and I might even take some of the pots out the back and use them. And what I'll do with this, after they bloom, after that's finished blooming, I'll hand them out to the neighbors or my granddaughters for decoration, whatever. But look, they do this all the time. They bring over wheelbarrow loads of stuff and say, Papa, can you use it? And I'll tell them, yeah. I'll go ahead and prune it up, plant it, get it trimmed out, make it look good, and set it up. This begonia is one of the ones my neighbor brought over. And look at that. If you look careful, see the little bitty one sprouting out on the edge right there? I'll take and transplant these, prune off all the heavy exterior on the top, get rid of all that, set my little box up on my back porch with the rest of my plants, and they'll be pretty. And what I don't use, I will pass on to my friends and my daughters and grandkids. After picking through, I picked out the ones with the roots. What I'll do is, I'll go ahead and set these up in here. Prune them back, clean them up, put them in there. In a week or two or three, I'll have some beautiful flowers. Now begonias are real easy to root. I could more likely stick some of these in the ground, they will root. You never know until you try. But this here is what I'm trying to get across. My neighbors know I mess with plants. And by knowing I mess with plants, I get the pots, I get that. I get all kind of things. I don't laugh. I even had a guy, I know him personally, brought me this the other day, a wind chime. It's got butterflies in it. And I need a wind chime with butterflies like I need a hole in my head. But thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, whenever I start to pot my plants, first thing I do, get cardboard, cut a piece to fit in the bottom that covers both drainage holes, okay? And I put my planting soil on top of that. That way when you water your plants, the cardboard absorbs some of the moisture and helps it. And I'm gonna turn this one into a miniature greenhouse anyway. But that little cardboard in the bottom will help. And as I've said 1,000 times, see the sand, play sand? See the grass clippings is dry? Okay, turn around here, and you see my worm bin right there? That's my planting soil, people. I mix my compost, vermicompost, with the sand and the dry grass, and it goes in the pot. Now I got my layer of grass over my cardboard. See the cardboard and I put my little layer of grass. All right, then I come back, plain water, just plain water. as I said, I want to turn this into a miniature greenhouse. So the damp grass, the damp cardboard with the plastic over this is going to become almost self-efficient as far as water is concerned, because you just need to keep it damp. What you see in here is eggshells, chopped up worm peelings, apple peelings, potato peelings, I'm not even sure. But this is mostly eggshells you see. What I did a scoop out of my worm bin and just dumped it in here, which means I put worm eggs and a possible 2 dozen red wigglers in here, maybe more, I didn't count them, I just dipped them. The reason being, this will become a small worm bin. Oh, in 4, 5, 6 weeks, them little rascals will start breeding. And by this time, 4 or 5 months down the road, this thing will be full of worms. But anyway, that's where I'm at on this right now. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, to catch you up, I take the ones with as much dirt as I could find. You see that? Now I'm gonna cut it off to about where my thumb is. Then I'm gonna put it in here with the rest of them. You see how I'm doing it, okay? This is the pot that had only a very, very few roots. Maybe, maybe not. This, I have no doubt. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Now when I get all this finished, I'll take it from there. Looks a little unruly right now, but you look at it, okay? Now, out of all this, a whole load, that is what I got. Now that's gonna make a lot of plants. And what I'll do is I'll give them to my other neighbors, my friends at church, my daughter, my grandkids, whoever wants them. I do this as a hobby. Everybody in the world knows it. Tomorrow, I will wrap this in clear plastic and I will have a miniature greenhouse. Hey, then you plant it, it's already, in the bottom is cardboard, then grass, then my planting soil, which is my worm poop, sand, etc. Okay, it's damp. When I cover it with the plastic, I won't have to water it for maybe a week, 10 days. Just keep it moist and damp, and they'll grow. I had a real quick update on my okra patch. If you notice, whenever I plant my okra and it starts to bear, when it starts coming in, you see it. It's on the different plants. I got a bunch of it in here. What I do is, I always go in and cut the leaves off underneath where the okra is bearing. I take off the lower leaves. As the plant bears, I cut the leaves off. And what I do, I just throw them down in there. Now look down in there, people. You don't see any grass. You see the leaves off the okra that I cut and dropped down in there. As you can tell, I'm delinquent on my weed eating. You can see that. I haven't got the weed eating. Look at this. Now here again, I've been preaching this for years. This is one of my newest, per se, raised beds. That one over there, the one over here, and over in the background over there. This is one of the newest. Now notice, see the grass? Now down in there, it's cardboard. You can't see it right now. It's done deteriorated and the weeds have grown up through it. Well, these weeds have roots, which is digging into the ground. That pine straw, I just throw it on there, and you can tell I just finished cutting the yard. You can see where the grass is thick in areas. That'll be raked up, and when I rake it up, it's gonna come right on over here and go right in here. I'll throw some pine, and eventually when I want this bed, before I need it, I'll cover it with cardboard, pile that pine straw on top and just soak it down. Well, in 4 or 5 weeks, a week or two, the grass is dead, the roots are dying, I got new holes in the ground for the earthworms, moisture, and vitamins and minerals, whatever, to go in there for the plants. Plus, I weed eat this and throw it in there. That's how I do it, people. You don't see me out here every day pulling grass and working. Now, like I said, there needs to be weed eating around the edge, but you don't see any grass in there. And it's not any, and never have it. But my okra's doing great. Just keep cutting off these bottom leaves, and that okra will keep right on bearing. It's doing a great job too. Tomorrow, I'll cover this with plastic. That's my greenhouse. Also, I'll finish this one right here with a little greenhouse, because that's the one that's going to be iffy about growing.